Today we're going to be looking at the 2010 Mini Cooper by BMW. This Mini Cooper is the R56 variation and is my personal daily driver. I've grown to love this car, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit why. So buckle up and let's learn a little bit about my baby. Let's start off with talking a little bit about the mechanical side of this car. Let's take a look at the engine by pulling this latch here. And now, under the hood, we can see the BMW Mini Cooper N14 inline 4-cylinder engine. This baby makes around 114 horsepower and is super fuel efficient. This car has an option of either 5-speed automatic or 5-speed manual. I have an automatic, which is in the middle like this, and is operated simply by pushing this button. It also is in manual shift mode, which can be activated by putting it in drive and pushing the stick over like this. The gear, when in manual, is displayed on the tachometer there, where it says M1. This car has 4 seats in it, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. In order to access the rear seats, you simply come to the back of the front seat and pull on this switch here, push the seat forward, and get in. The back is surprisingly more spacious than one would assume. In storage, there's plenty to go around in this car. You have the glove box here, and one of my favorite features of this car is right above here in the front panel is a seat compartment that you can open by pressing on the dash. Great for hiding things like wallets and masks. Moving along to the trunk. Being a Mini Cooper, there isn't as much room as you would think, but there's still a significant amount of room. Got a 12 volt here, but any room can be increased simply by lowering the rear seats by pulling on these switches. Now you have a considerable amount of room and great for hauling around bigger cargo. Moving back inside, we're going to take a look at the center console and control area. Here we got the radio and everything you need to control the car. I love about it is a lot of the interesting shapes here. It's really different than a lot of other cars. Controls are pretty simple. We got our dial here for different settings, AC, defroster, fan strengths, temperature, and at the bottom here we got heated seats on both the fronts. Down at the bottom here we have our locks, power locks for the car doors. Next to them we have buttons for our fog lamps. They're displayed up on the speedometer here as those 2 lights, and now they're off. And next to them we have our fully automatic power windows for both doors. Switches at the top here pretty much control the interior lights, 1 on each end for the 2 fronts and 1 in the middle for the rear lamp. The blank spot in the middle would be the control for the sunroof if I had that option. As for the infotainment and radio, we have the volume here and power button. We got skip track, next track here. You scroll through, random, artist general, playlist. Click here, we have options being USB, CD, auxiliary, and tuner inputs. And the tuner can have up to 12 presets, some of which we are scrolling through right here. Click this button here, you can adjust your bass treble levels in your car. And this car is also equipped with Bluetooth hands-free calling. My phone's connected here, you can come into this list and scroll through all your contacts and call anyone you like. Super handy, super easy to use, one of the best features of this car. Now let's try this car. To start the engine, simply put the key in the slot and press the start button to turn the engine on. Turning it off is simple. You just press the same button and push the key in to take it out. So now we're going to go for a little drive here. I can explain a little bit about the car's handling, the way she drives. And one of the things you'll notice immediately with this low revving engine, with this low power engine, is it's significantly louder, but it's pretty peppy considering the low amount of power it has. It's fun to drive. You can see the tachyon, it's got the speed in the middle for everyone to see how far the speed limit I'm going, but that's not stopping this video. This tremendous car is. This Mini Cooper is my daily driver. It has been for the past several months. I take it to and from school every day. It's one of the highlights of my day getting to drive this thing. Now, immediately when you drive one of these cars, first thing you'll notice is something that is super talked about within the Mini community, and that is this car's handling. Small size, good weight ratios, and pretty high power makes this
super easy to drive, super fun to handle. It's been likened to a go-kart and has been for many generations. And I'll say it's something I didn't believe in until I drove the car for myself, but it truly does handle like a go-kart. It's extremely light, fun to throw around corners, it's pretty stiff, it's super responsive, and it's glued to the road. Just cruising along down the street here. It pulls extremely nicely, nice and powerful, considering its small size. It's so fun to drive. Friends love it, I love it, family loves it. I'm not saying it's going to replace a sports car or a family SUV, but it's a really good compact car to make your daily driver or something just to move just enough cargo around. Comfortably fit hockey bags and all my friends if I need to. We're coming up to a tight little kind of S section here. It's really going to be able to showcase this car's ability to really corner hard and stay planted to the street. Another thing I want to comment about driving this car and how easy it is to drive. Due to the small size, it's extreme handling characteristics. One thing I will say that I fall in love with this car is parking with it. It's extremely easy to park. You can fit in the tiniest spaces. You don't have to make those extra little adjustments you might have to make in a normal bigger car. And things like reverse parking, it's just so easy due to the size and nature of this vehicle. It's an absolute joy to drive in all aspects.
Basically, to summarize, my Mini Cooper is an awesome car. Love it to do, cheap to death. One of my favorite vehicles that I've driven. It's extremely sporty for considering what it is. It's fun to drive and it's pretty good cargo capacity. Excellent on fuel. It's everything you'd want in a daily commuter. Handles well, gets the job done, and it's still fun, but not too big or ugly.